Isak! Man, boy, we needed that one. Like, the relief. Full-time whistle, man. Liverpool 2, West Ham no. Goals from Isak and Cody Gakpo. Great goal he scored today. Guys, we really needed that, man. Like, we've been on a bad run of form, man. Like, what was that? 7 losses out of 8 games. You know, we really need to end that one. We really needed. I forgot what win feels like. You know, it's been a minute since we've actually won a game, and I'm gonna get into it. I still feel like we aren't really at the races, but listen, we just needed to get rid of that cold streak, you know, that disgusting losing streak we've been on, you know, and hopefully this is a turn for something good, you know, because man, we really needed this one. Because I ain't gonna lie, man, the whole team needed this one for like momentum. Because you can kind of see, even when we were scoring the goals, I feel like the Isak goal, everyone was kind of relieved, or everyone was like a bit more celebratory for it, because that's the big money signing, and we haven't really seen much of him. So like, obviously there's gonna be a bit more emotion behind that one. But Cody Gakpo's one, like, Gakpo's celebration after the goal was kind of sums up our mood right now. Like, yeah, it feels good to win. It feels good to kind of get back winning games, but we can't really get too carried away, you know. We just got to keep working on this. I feel like from the game we were in control, but I just feel like we're still lacking that cutting edge that we have, that vim that we had from last season, where, you know, we were dispatching teams away. And I feel like if we were to play a better team than West Ham today, because West Ham are kind of in the mud as well, like, it was kind of a battle of the mids coming into the game, and we were just the better mid. But I just feel like if we played a decent team, it might have been another tricky game where we could have dropped points. But we can't think like that, you know, because we can't really crash it on these guys. Like I said earlier in the video, we just need to keep going forward, you know, with this one, step by step, baby steps now. We're in a recovery stage right now, so I'm not looking for anything too crazy. It's just about getting the results, about getting the good feel, you know, good feel around the club. Because it's been a tough run, like, it's been a tough couple of weeks that we've had to endure, man. And my reaction from my last reaction, the one I done during the week, you know, I was outside, I was cold, I was starving, all of the above. I was tired and frustrated. And today, I'm definitely feeling a bit better. I felt like Florian Wirtz today, ooh, he was looking sharp, guys. Like, he had a very good game. Like, he was making very good passes, dangerous passes, like through the needle passes that we've kind of lacked, you know. A player to just thread difficult passes through the lines. He was doing that today very well. I thought he was by far our most dangerous player. I feel like the whole team in general still aren't at their best, but I do have to give props to Arne Slot tactically. I felt like we looked a bit different today. He definitely changed the starting lineup. He made the big call to finally drop Mo Salah. But listen, I think above all else, this has been a decision I've been waiting. You guys could even check in the last few videos, right? This is something I've been calling, crying out for, that I need to start seeing, bro. Joe Gomez. It's time to see the guy, bro. It's been too long. He's been sitting on the bench. Like, he ain't been injured. He hasn't been coming back from an injury. None of the above, you know. So why aren't we really seeing the guy? And I feel like his decision to finally put him in the starting lineup, to finally play him today, was the biggest, or most important tactical tweet, I should say, because we've been poor defensively all season, and that right back position, or the full backs position in general as a whole, is another major hole in our team. And what better way, or who's best equipped in our squad to deal with a hole in the defense that we have right now? Joe Gomez is probably the best possible available. I know we're gonna get Guehi in the transfer window, or it seems like it, but at our disposal to kind of stop the bleeding, you know. I feel like Joe Gomez was the best player, or the best tool we kind of have in our toolbox at the moment. And Why it took so long to do this, I don't know. But today we saw the benefits. Like, he finally reaped the benefits of his decision, because I felt like Joe Gomez had a very good game. We definitely looked a bit more solid today, albeit, yes, it is West Ham. You know, another bad team in their own right. Respectfully to them, they have been poor this season. If you're a West Ham fan watching this, hey man, forgive me, innit? But I'm sure you could agree, you guys haven't been up to the races yourselves this season. But Joe Gomez had a monster game. Like, he had a good game defensively, and it's what we really needed, you know. And listen, it's not the final solution, but it's a solution in a way to kind of stop the bleeding, you know, because we've been bleeding out, man, and we just need to stop the bleeding, and then from there we could kind of see what we could do going forward, right? So yeah, Gomez and Florian Wirtz were for me the two best players today. I thought Virgil was done well commanding his box, because there was a couple of times where he was isolated, but he done well to kind of make sure nothing kind of arose from that. Isak, man, I'm just gonna get onto the 2 goals now. Isak, bro, that's what we've been waiting for. That's the Isak I know. That's the Isak, bro. He's finally arrived. I'm just hoping that's his moment where he could just kick on now, because obviously it was a difficult summer for him, you know, to try and get the move. He's been behind, working his way to get up to speed, and I just hope that that's probably the start now for us to kind of see the Isak that we know. And listen, even though the league is long gone, but that's a potent striker. We've got, that's a 25 to 40 plus goal a season striker we've got in our Arsenal, bro. And if we could unleash him, you know, listen, it's looking, the rest of the season in the different competitions, you know, it's looking very enticing in the Champions League, because that's a player right there we're gonna need to be relying on or calling on in the Champions League if we do want to make it in the late stages, you know. When you're in those tough games, in those tough ties, you know, you're not gonna really have much clear chances in those games, but you just need to make sure that you have enough quality players, I should say, to make sure that you are capitalizing on any small opportunity you get. And today I felt like the chance he got, listen, it was a very good play. I think it was Wirtz, Kirkes that combined, or was it Gakpo? I think it was one of the two, or two of the three that combined on that left side. It was a very good play, but I felt like it wasn't really a clear-cut chance for Isak, you know. He had a clear-cut chance in the first half where he missed. That was insane. He tried to curl it top bins and it just skyrocketed. I'm like, oh no, man. This is just gonna add on to the heap of negative feedback, or a heap of negative, you know, abuse he's been getting. Like, I feel like the chance he got was of more difficult, or was of more of a higher standard and difficulty, right? I felt like it was a chance where if he was to miss it, you're not going to really crash it on to him compared to the chance he had in the first half, right? It was a very difficult chance he had, but he made the most out of it, you know. That's what an elite striker would do. You give them a sniff, they'll make you pay, bro. You give them an inch, they'll take them out, and that's what Isak done with that chance, bro. Just barely any backlift, bro. Just raise that boot, bro, and that's the type of finishes that a striker of his caliber, you know, we're gonna be used to seeing from him. It was an amazing finish, you know. He didn't really have much to work with. He just really connected his boot on that, and he was just able to guide it into the bottom right post, you know. A great clinical finish. And the second goal from Cody Gakpo, he took that very well, man. You know, chested it down and then just volleyed it straight into the goal. And yeah, man, 2-0. Like I said, it isn't really the best of opponents, so I'm not really going to get too carried away with it. Move on to the next one. I think the next one is Leeds next week, Saturday. But we do have a big game with Inter Milan coming up. And I said in the PSV match reaction, right? If we play like how we've been playing, even today, I don't think we'll win against Inter, because we have to go to the San Siro, if I'm not mistaken. And Inter's quality compared to West Ham is tenfold difference, right? So, but we just have to take it baby step by baby step, you know, step by step. If we have Inter on Tuesday, I'm not sure, that might be too quick of a turnaround, but hopefully I think the Leeds game should be before the Inter Milan game. And then from there, if you could win the Leeds game, that builds a little bit of momentum going into that Inter game, because that Inter game again is a massive. Like, I cannot overstate how massive that game is, because the Champions League at the moment, the way the league table is set, you kind of have to make sure you're winning as much games as possible, because we're in a difficult position where if we don't manage to win all of our remaining games, including Inter, we could find ourselves in a playoff spot, and that's in a position where you wouldn't really want to be in it, because anything can happen in those 2 games where we could be knocked out and we don't even make it to the round of 16, and from that point onwards, it's just a failure of a season, really. But yeah, we just gotta keep building momentum, it was very important that we ended that cold streak that we've been on. Go Joe Gomez, finally. You see what happens when you listen slow. You see what happens. 2-0 Liverpool versus West Ham, very good game. Man, we needed that one, I can't lie. And I just want to end on this one, man. You know what I mean, mate? You know what I mean? I've been waiting to see that one. But I'll see you lot in the next one, man. God bless.